got a couple of chuck roasts here gonna cook. I planned on doing them tomorrow, so I was actually salting them today. When I heard on the news that it's supposed to rain tomorrow, maybe even tonight into tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday are all supposed to rain as well. So since I'm planning on doing this on my Kamado with the IQ110, which has no protection from the weather, electricity, light, don't mix. So I'm doing these in a hurry. So everything's going to be a little bit seat of the pants today. I know, nothing different, right? So my original idea was I have two roasts. I was going to do two ways. There's two ways that I understand to do this. You can cook them to 140 degrees internal and slice them up and serve it as a roast. Or you can take them all the way to 195, 200 and pull it like pulled pork. I was going to do one of each. But today I don't know how much they're going to shrink up. If they're going to shrink up, I don't know what they're going to do. And so I think I'm just going to try smoking both of them. I mean, all the way to 195 and pulling them and maybe seeing what else I can do with them. So the plan today is to cook these on 250 to 275 on the Kamado till about 150 to 160, and then we'll crutch them, or we'll put them in. Actually, everything I've read said you should put them in a pan with some liquid and put the cover over the top so they sort of baste, and get them all the way up to the 195 to 200 where they're fork tender or probe tender, so that you can pull them. So that's what I'm going to try. The reason being is it could rain tonight. So if I can get a couple hours, a couple of 3 hours of smoke on them, and then it starts raining, I can pull them in and finish them in the oven. So they're really pretty looking pieces of meat. They're alternatives to a brisket. They're not as big, but they're not as expensive. Now, these are actually choice, and they were $3.99 a pound, but I got two of them for like 18 bucks, where, you know, usually it's 30 or 40 bucks for a brisket. So I'm getting these for half price, and just going to see. Everybody says they're just as good, so I'm going to find out today. So that's the plan. They've been salted. Now I'm going to put some rub on them. I'm going to put the this BBQ 3000 on it, and this was some stuff. I bought some spices from these guys, and this was a thing they sent as a bonus for buying the spices from them. I have it laying around, might as well use it, because as I said, I planned on doing some other things, and tomorrow coming up with a rub and everything like that to put on it, but I'm in a hurry, so I'm going to use what I have. So we're going to salt these. I've already salted them about a couple hours ago. This probably has some salt in it, so I only salted one side luckily before I heard that. So gonna put some of this on there and then go out and get the grill going. It's time to rub. As I said, this is some stuff I got from Penzeys Spices, Barbecue 3000. It's freebie stuff. It came because I ordered some pepper and some horseradish sauce from them, or horseradish powder. So that's what I'm going to use today. I've separated these out so I can do them thoroughly on both sides. Really should be wearing some gloves, but once again, seat of my pants today. Probably can't even see this going on there, can you? Oh well. Take my word for it. It is going on. Oh, that's fresh. Gotta go back and look and see what this has got in it. Doesn't look like it's got enough pepper for me, so I'm probably gonna come and put some more pepper on there. But I'm gonna do the second one, and then we're gonna let it sit there for a while the smoker comes up to temp. We'll be right back. I thought y'all might not remember how to set up a flame, how to set up the charcoal inside of a Kamado, or at least the Kamado Acorn. Here's what's called the circle of fire, or modified minion method. We have two obstacles here that cause the fire not to be able to go across. We light this side, and then each get these going, and then each one burns around until it gets over to here. It lasts about 10 to 12 hours at 225. I'm going to be running around 250, 260 today, so it won't last as long, but the cook should only last about 5 hours. So if you can see right down in there, that's the starter cube. And then I got my wood only halfway around because set around 150 to 160, we're going to stick it in a pan and cover it and just let it sort of baste or braise for the last hour, the last couple hours. So this is the way to do it to keep the low and slow going in this and not have your temperature get too high. The pit is at 259. I need it somewhere between 250 and 260, so that's good. Time to put the meat on. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to cook this till about between 150 and 160, and then we'll take them out, stick them in something like this, wrap them, and put a little moisture in there with them, let them braise. So we'll be back in a little while. Well, they're heating up much faster than I expected. I wanted to put them in the trays at 150, between 150 and 160, and I realized I didn't have any trays because I thought I had time till tomorrow. So I had to go grab the trays, and the time that I left till I got back, they went from 150 to 165. So they're putting them in the trays now. I'm gonna wrap them in heavy-duty foil and get them back on. I'll go with the pulled chuck. I love onions and bell peppers, so I'm gonna cut these up and throw them out. Well, here comes the evening storm they were talking about. First one came off during the middle of the rainstorm we had. You can see the water there. Luckily the bucket and this protected everything so nothing got wet. Now it's telling me it's time to take the last one off. Those are beginning to look about right as well. Let's see what the old instant read says. That doesn't seem good. Need it to be 195. The probe test, majority of it is tender enough to pull it. So that's what we're gonna do. This one's been resting for about 90 minutes. Let's see how malleable it is. Very good. But it tastes a lot like a brisket. So I'm very happy with this. Wow. Let me finish pulling all this and I'll show you the sandwich I'm going to make. First off, I took a little mayonnaise and some horseradish powder, mixed them together with a little bit of sugar, and made a topping for it. Here comes the meat. Onions and bell peppers I did. And there's my sandwich. Got some chips to go with it. I'm gonna go finish watching the Cowboy preseason game. So I'm gonna take a bite of this and we'll see what it's like. Bell peppers and stuff are good. The meat's tender and great. I'm very happy with this. Well, with my mouth full, I'll say have a good night. That's it for this edition of the Gadget Grill.